Hi, I'm Andrew Berman from the Mortgage News Network, coming to you from Denver, Colorado at the MBA Annual. I got Tim Anderson, who's Director of eService for DocMagic. Tim, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
So listen, a lot of talk about blockchain. I want to actually get your perspective, with all the talk about blockchain, what is an industry, what does it mean to us, and is there something better?
So one thing we do in this industry is talk about the next shiny thing, right?
Of course.
And it's obviously
Quickly
blockchain.
to it, yep.
And blockchain is really the ultimate solution, especially if you look what happened with a large credit provider that got access. And once you get access into a central database, you have access to everything.
Yeah.
So blockchain, the beauty
Scary.
about blockchain, it takes and isolates pieces that you contribute, but nobody can have access to the whole data file or records. They have keys that you unlock and can't unlock and only have access. So if you do hack a piece of it, that's all you're going to get. A chain of that block is all you're going to get access.
Right.
So that's the value of blockchain. We have a similar technology called the eVault that we've been out there pitching. The issue with that has been focused around an e-note and an e-delivery with the e-mortgage things. If you really look at what an eVault really is,
yeah.
we could track literally from the application, first instance of the data, the first generation of a document, and every compliance check literally becomes part of that audit trail for compliance.
Wow.
So with TRID, everybody that touches that loan now has to show proof of compliance, and which is literally meaning saying, hey, I got to go back and any consumer exchange from intent to proceed, change of circumstances, receipt of delivery of documents, now have to be tracked. And so that's what that eVault really does, is give you that full electronic evidence of compliance of every instance, every snapshot of a doc or a generation or something that's a consumer type report that you have to track.
So it's almost like leaving digital fingerprints of anyone who's touching it, involved in it, so we have some trackable thing to see.
Trackable and traceable, yep, exactly. Now the other advantage, like with blockchain, is we can tamper over and seal that at a package level, at an individual doc level, or even data within a doc. And you would have like keys to say, I can only view this document or even just pieces of that document. Again, we can have a blockchain-like within the eVault kind of structure as well.
That's pretty cool, very cool. And this is something you're offering today. You have clients on this platform.
Been offering, but until blockchain came along, we said, hey, we really have that, it's just a different way to package it, yeah.
Wow, fantastic. So this new buzzword that everyone's talking about, you guys already have a way to address a lot of the things that people were concerned about that. So
it's kind of, we've been pitching e-mortgages for 15 years, now it's about digital mortgage. Oh, call it something else.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. We're already doing that already for you.
I like that new name, let's do it.
So listen, all of this, a lot of this is trying to, obviously, we're trying to have more transparency. We're trying to make the process go smoother, get from app to close, squeeze that time down. What can we do as an industry to kind of compress the app to close time down?
So one big announcement that pushed that needle a little bit was Fannie coming out with day one certainty and Freddie Mac with loan quality advisor. That took a process that we used to do post-close and move that now to pre-close. Okay, that means we can validate data quicker, automate it with verification of income, asset, all that can be now system instead of paper and faxing and keying stuff back in. So it's going to shrink that time. We've automated a lot of those verifications now. And even at time of app, it's all done in E. So we start E with the initial disclosures and e-sign. And now with e-closing then, we can close it that same way and eliminate all those paper processes as well. So a lot of lenders are getting to what they call a 10-day close. It's all about now automating this stuff, system verification, and taking the paper out of the process.
Okay, so listen, let's put on our rose-colored glasses for a second, and let's talk, look, it's a 10-day, I know everyone's focusing on the 10, but when will we be at a point where we'll be one day or instantaneously? Because all the data to make the decisions already out there. It's already actually there for us to be able to make the decisions, getting everything together. So do you think that within our lifetime that we will see a instant decision, where it's a concrete decision?
Well, I mean, if you look at day one certainty and the Freddie Mac piece, that's kind of what they're trying to get to, right? And if the issue always is, I can get the data verified fairly quickly. The issue is, does the data I just verified get on the documents that I purchase, right?
Right.
So it's not just about the data, it's not just about the documents, it's ensuring that they both, literally, I bless the data, I know that it's investor quality pre-close, now I go to e-close, I'll lock it down, then I could get to that point, right?
Yep.
But it's still a lot of players that have to agree. It's like herding cats to say, I want to go E, and it's connecting all the dots, right?
Yep.
And it's a lot of cat herding in this business still.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, Tim, listen, before you go, give me one important thing actually that a mortgage banker can do right now to change their organization, that you see a lot of lenders where they have inefficiencies in their current operations.
Well, I think that's what they've got to get to now. Is you know they have the digital mortgage conferences coming back there, and it's really saying, hey, how do we get back out of this paper-based process where we're taking paper and keying stuff off of it and make it electronic, and saying let's start electronic, keep it electronic, and that is quicker data verification with systems that we call truth of source.
Yeah.
And then making sure that every document's tracked electronically too, and just eliminating all these paper kind of based processes. So I think we're going there. It's called the digital mortgage. We're automating most of those processes that we did verifications manually, and it's a beautiful world.
Wonderful. Listen, DocMagic continues to provide actually services before we even know we needed them, and then as actually we're starting to talk about them, you guys already have them there for your clients. If they're not doing business with DocMagic already, they want to get a hold of you guys, what's the best way to do that?
You go on site, just go sales.com, or they can contact me, but just go to our sales site and we'll get somebody in contact to go full E.
Wonderful, fantastic. Tim, always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks much.
I'm Major Berman from the Mortgage News Network. Thank you for watching.
This is Mortgage News Network.